Summer is a season of fire element in traditional Chinese medicine, and fire element related to emotion of joy of the heart. Balanced heart energy is about being unique. Balanced heart energy is about being ourselves more, getting closer and closer to align our inner individuality with our outer personality. When our fire is balanced, we reach out to other people easily. We express ourselves easily. We express our authentic self easier. We have giving and receiving energy in balance. We easily give from a position of strength, from a position of abundance. We easily see and create abundance in our life. We can see other people for what they are without any projections. We connect heart to heart. If fire energy is unbalanced, it's very hard to express ourselves in conversation in authentic way, to express our thoughts as they are, to express our feelings as they are, to express our vulnerabilities and our joys as they are. And speaking of joy, I think joy, apart from giving and receiving energy and easiness and expressing and communicating with other people, is really indicative of fire element. And this is something that I really wanted to focus on today. This day is very warm, but it's overcast, so it's not particularly sunny, although sun comes and goes. So it appears from the clouds and goes back. Joy is a very interesting word to describe both emotions of joy, as it is related to the heart when we're feeling joyful just for no reasons at all, and a feeling. If you see joy as an emotion, then it can just arise spontaneously when we look at something really, really nice or cute, or something that warms our heart, or we connect with somebody we love. So this is emotion. This is something that comes from the sum total of our biochemistry and physiology. This is something that comes spontaneously. If you talk about joy as more as a feeling, then it's more capricious. It's more whimsical. It comes and goes as it pleases. Just as today's sun, it comes and it goes away. So while it might seem very whimsical and capricious at the same time, because fire element is the tip of the pyramid in Chinese medicine, with all other four elements of water, wood, metal, and earth forming a foundation, and the heart or fire element, heart, small intestine or fire element, is on the top of this pyramid. At the very, very tip of the pyramid sits the fire. So fire element is like emperor of the system, and emperor of the system makes sure that everything in this empire is in order. Everybody is happy, meaning all four other elements should be happy and in balance and fed and nurtured and in a particular dynamic circle of interactions. Only then fire element will be happy and fire energy will be abundant and at the same time held within healthy borders. So if you look at fire element and feeling of joy from this perspective, then feelings of joy is completely logical and not whimsical or capricious at all. It only seems whimsical or capricious when we don't understand how it is connected with all our inner workings, with the way we operate from inside. If you do some regular reflection, if we know ourselves from inside out, and most importantly, when we are not afraid, when we are not afraid to look at ourselves in the mirror, when there is a difficult situation in our life, and there is somebody who challenges our assumptions about ourselves, about our basic beliefs, and so on, how honest we could be with ourselves, how well we know ourselves, how brave we are looking at the mirror and seeing ourselves exactly as we are, with all those little shortcomings which we blame or which we prefer not to notice. And this is how we know ourselves. And obviously we need to know what is feeding us, what is supporting us, what we need, which conditions we need to create. So speaking of conditions, when joy is a sum total of everything which is in order, all four other elements, all four other energies being in a state of dynamic interchange and interaction, and everything is flowing, then joy is completely logical, and we just need to create certain conditions for the joy to appear. Because sometimes what happens, external situations which are beyond our control influence us so deeply that we cannot experience joy, as a pure sum total of everything else being in order and our body functioning smoothly, our energy is flowing, our relationship to be happy, and everything else. Sometimes all we can do is to create conditions for the joy to appear. So what it would be for you? For me, joy is created by a combination of freedom and expression and a good measure of solitude and connection with other people. Sometimes we need to create a lot of conditions for the joy to appear. Sometimes we need very little. Some people need a lot at all times for the joy to appear. Some people need very little. Today I decided to take a little break from work and I went outside. I took a rather long walk to this park, which I really like. On the way here, I popped into a really nice garden center and bought some seeds for my autumn garden. And I'm watching the weather. I'm looking at the sun, which is hiding behind the clouds and appears again. And I'm listening to the sounds of wind, trees, birds, water, because I'm next to the pond. And it's just really nice. Nothing much changed in big external situations, which sometimes are less than wonderful and very much outside of our control. But little conditions like that help. So what about you? What conditions you need to create? What do you need? What is your happy place? What needs to happen? What you can easily create? Where is your joy hiding? How can you feed your fire element? How can you invite joy? Whimsical, capricious, and logical, all at the same time. So, while the sun is not fully shining and the joy is not completely here yet, how can we invite joy in our life? How can you celebrate summer? Simple journaling prompt here would be, which conditions do I need to create for my joy to come into my life? What do you need? What is your happy place? Do you need people? Do you need solitude? Do you need indoors? Do you need outdoors? Do you need beauty? Do you need calm? Do you need inner peace? Do you need a lot of fun? What do you need? What is needed for the joy to appear? Balanced heart energy is about being unique. Balanced heart energy is about being ourselves more. Getting closer and closer to align our inner individuality with our outer personality. And this is how we can invite joy in.